the Bollingers and the police have been able to keep it out of court. Now, how have they been able to do that? By playing on the mentally ill tag. I'm told to go to my predators for help. People who have a long history of taking advantage of me. And I'm told I have to go to those people for help. That's right, they say friends and family. Now let's take a look at the way that the police play it off and the way that my friends play it off. The police call me a liar for telling the truth and for repeating what my friends told me. For saying what it is that my friends were involved in. I wasn't allowed to speak because of the mentally ill tag. I wasn't allowed to show evidence. I wasn't allowed nothing. Because my friends and family just took advantage of me. It was about taking what I had, and when I had nothing, there was no consequences for them. There are no consequences for my little sister taking advantage of me. There are no consequences for Scott DaCosta assaulting me. There are zero fucking consequences for this. The cops call me a liar for saying things that I wasn't allowed to say in court because they called me a liar. Things that are recorded with the people who are actually involved show that obviously I told the truth. But when they call me mentally ill, it doesn't matter. I'm not a fucking human being here in the United States. It's not like being a black person in the United States, where any time that you do something fucking wrong, you want to go pretending that it's a fucking race crime because you got busted. There's a big difference between being targeted and being a criminal. There's also a big difference between being a criminal and being forced to commit criminal acts. Am I willing to commit felonies to save lives? I already have. I've committed so many felonies to save people's lives. You know why I'm not in prison for committing any of those felonies? Because I was successful. And in the cases where I wasn't, it shows that even if you're willing to commit a felony, it doesn't mean it's going to save their life. I didn't have any help. I had people who pretended to be friends of mine and took complete advantage of me. What they cared about: drugs, sex, their entertainment. God bless America, right? So my friends, things that they told me to manipulate me. Whether those things are true or not, are arbitrary. Whether these people were really having their lives threatened and their children's lives threatened or not. The fact that people were threatening to kill my friends and family and physically harming me. And these people trying to pity party me. Oh, poor me, people are threatening my kid. You know what? You should have helped me turn it into the cops instead of making it a fucking Facebook goddamn fiasco, playing fucking head games. What the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't need any of these people to play fucking head games. I needed help showing the truth and getting a fucking day in court. I needed help turning in my predators. Nobody helped with that. Instead, they got 10,000 other ideas of hoops to jump through. The assault at the fucking hospital? Why the fuck am I calling a hospital to turn in the fucking assault at the hospital? That's fucking stupid. And then all these woke folk. Holy shit. That is a special kind of fucking stupid there. Oh, you're woke, so white victims don't exist. Male victims don't exist. You want to talk about how poor black men, poor black men, poor black men, poor men. 96% of those killed by cops are men. Men. You want to talk about how bad women have it? Yeah, sure they do. When they don't get what they want, they slander our names, we are harmed, and we can't defend ourselves against it. And then, of course, we got these fucking woke idiots. If a dumb cunt tells you enough times that it's all men's fault that she didn't get what she fucking wanted right when she fucking wanted it, and you're gonna be the dumb fucking bitch with a dick who's gonna fucking fall for that shit, fuck you. Put on a diaper, go sit in the fucking corner, put your thumb in your mouth, and be a baby over there, bitch. I don't owe you for having a vagina. I don't owe it to you to take your abuse just because you have a vagina. When you are a dirty whore who goes out and fucks 5 different dudes a week, that's your choice. You are allowed to be a dirty whore. You're allowed. You want to be a dumb cunt? That's a different fucking story. If you want to go spread your vagina to get a room for the night, you know what? That's your right to do so. You have the power to do so. If you do that every night with a different guy, you have the power to do so. That's your right to do so. But at that point, you're a prostitute. You're after easy money. That's what it's about. So you prey on desperate men. How fucked up is that? I don't know how many times a woman was nice to me and I was nice back. I thought it was just a friendly exchange, only to find out that she's a prostitute. Oh, well, that's cool, but I'm not interested in sex. I'm broke too, but even if I had money, I wouldn't spend it on sex. There's two of you. There's who you are in real life, and there's the public face you try to put on. You try to put on this facade of being perfect, when in reality, you fuck up just as much as everybody else. You've sharked yourself before. You know you have. You fucking dipped in a little too much to the queso dip. Walking through the grocery store trying to get yourself some milk or formula or something. Just let that one little one slip. You don't think it'll be nothing major, and trouser change. Hello everybody, I think I just showered. It's not quite a shite and it's not quite a fart. So let's get to friends, right? Friends like Kayla Trujillo was gonna come forward. The abuse that I'm enduring is because none of these people that I went to for help ever tried to get that information where it needed to go. These people want actual evidence that proves that I'm doing what it is that I say that I'm doing, and I provide that proof. I save that proof. I ask for proof from them. They can't even remember the officer's goddamn name. What a fucking clusterfuck. Yeah, you're fucking useful, aren't you? Hey, you're a real big fucking help. Where'd you figure that one out? Oh, I make a call, or at least pretend to make a call. That's what I can do. I'll pretend I made a call. Oh wait, you want actual information? Oh, I thought I was going to be able to fake my way through this, but apparently, Sean Schwartz is not a fucking retard. Yeah, fumble your way through that again, bitch. Yes, Brandon Ratner, fumble your fucking way through it. You fucking stupid goddamn snatch rag. Holy hell, Sean's using bad words. Sean's using curse words. Sean must be evil. No, I was nice. I was civil. I was diplomatic. When that didn't work, when did you guys want to go and be fucking evil all about all sorts of shit? When I was diplomatic. When I was being nice. When I was reaching out for help. When I was asking nicely for help. Oh yeah, but you can't listen to a male, especially not a homeless disabled male. You know that they don't fucking matter to society, and therefore they don't matter to you. There's no popularity in it. I don't look like I have Down syndrome. So obviously I can't have any sort of disability. I'm not in a wheelchair, so obviously I must not have any kind of disability. Repeatedly cutting me off from the resources that I needed to defend myself against false charges, false claims, people who wanted to do what? Sell a false narrative. They wanted to abuse me until they got a reaction. But here's the thing. When you are taking that much abuse, you are going to react. When somebody punches you in the head, yes, you can walk away. But when somebody has hit you in the back of the head 30 fucking times, there comes a point you gotta stop and think to yourself, hey, maybe I should fucking beat the holy hell out of this son of a bitch before he kills me. Or Jesus Christ, I was hoping he'd fucking kill me already, but he's fucking too goddamn weak. I gotta figure out where I can hit him without breaking him now. What's my natural reaction when somebody is fucking harming me? To fucking punch him in the goddamn throat. That's my natural reaction. My natural reaction is to go live long and prosper and stick it in their eyeballs. So why don't I go with my first reaction? Because with the tag of mentally ill, no matter what, it's always their fault, right? No, it's always your fault. You are not credible because you were called mentally ill. You're not credible. So anyone who can make it your word versus theirs automatically wins. Don't tell me anything you want to keep a secret. I don't trust any adult who asks me to keep secrets. Jamie wanted to tell me about how James beat her up, but she wouldn't help me to turn it into the cops. She was just glad to be out of there. Oh, really? And after I fucking helped you out of that hellhole, no wonder you went back to fucking James. That's the reason that you fucking did all this fucking fucked up bullshit. Jamie didn't stop to think about that. Jamie didn't stop to think when she was... Literally, I was there because she was going to drive me up the mountain so I could die. And I got there and I ended up being a babysitter. But the young man didn't need a babysitter. So, of course, me and the boy did converse. He tried to keep the secrets that his mom was trying to keep. Like James in the situation there. She was saying one thing and James said another. As a disabled person, my only protection is friends or family and recording. But the recordings don't matter without friends or family coming forward. People telling me that they did something for me. Really, because when I was slandered in court, where were you? Same place you were before and same place you were after, making excuses not to tell the truth. Making excuses why you couldn't even try. Arguing with the victim. Talking over the victim. Talking down to the victim. We got this whole divide and conquer thing. BLM is doing more harm to Black America than the KKK has done in the entirety of its existence. A lot of people are sick and tired of black people's bullshit. They're sick and tired of being told that it's their fault that black people are murdering each other in black communities. That it's their fault that all these black people are impoverished. And you're literally telling this to white people who are impoverished, who have white people killing their white friends and family because they're in a white fucking poor neighborhood. Being victimized by the same fucking people. We got the fucking same hood rats in the trailer park as you got in the fucking projects. We got the same goddamn hood rats. Different colors, same game. We gonna talk ignorant, try to speak like we're Southern, or try to do the Ebonics thing. Holy fuck, that one's dumb. How many of y'all speak that shit in front of your mama? How many of you? How many of you black kids out there trying to speak that Ebonics? How many of y'all's mama would slap the goddamn taste out your mouth for talking like that at the dinner table? So then, y'all can probably understand both my amusement and shock when a white man tells me, this just how I talk. This just how I talk. Really, and calling me N-I-G-G-A every other word. That's just how you talk. No, you a fucking dumbass. That's not just how you talk. Your mama slapped the taste off your goddamn mouth. You do that at home too. Oh wait, no. No, we can't do that in a white household. Nope, in a white household, we're taught that we have to be tolerant. We have to be tolerant of everyone. If he wants to talk like he's a gangster rapper, holy Fuck. Culture shock, huh? Caramels. They may be right. Maybe men do have it easier. Why do girls cut on themselves at 5 times the rate of boys starting at the age of 15? And boys start committing suicide at 5 times the rate of girls starting at the age of 15. Because those self-harming behaviors all come from abuse. Every cut that that young woman has on her body is from trying to get attention. It's believe it or not, a sign of hope. People won't listen to me. People won't listen to me. Maybe if I slice myself to ribbons, somebody will pay attention. I'm not allowed to hit my predator. I can't turn in my predator because my friends and family will talk over me. Tell me I just need to let it go, just need to forget about it. Or victimize me for coming forward about someone they like. You ever try telling a woman that the guy she has a crush on was a rapist? You're just saying that because you want to get with me. I know how you men are. Holy fuck. You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and get raped. Your choice. You pretend like a good-looking man who has a history of beating on women. You pretend like he's going to change for you. You want to believe him because he's good-looking and you want to fuck. You want to fuck. You get horny, he'll fuck you. You dressed up in that pleated miniskirt when you went to the bar for a reason. There's a reason you picked those shiny little shoes with the glossy bow on them. And those white socks that go all the way up to your knees. There's a reason that you picked a shirt that was form-fitting. There's a reason that you wore a push-up bra. There's a reason that you put on a lot of extra mascara around your eyes to accentuate your eyes. You're pushing a very particular image when you go and do that. You are trying to push the image of a schoolgirl, but not a schoolgirl, but a sexy schoolgirl. So you're advertising underage pussy when you're not underage. So you're trying to appeal to a pedophile. That's what you're doing. That's fucking creepy and gross. And then you want to believe that this guy who has a history of beating on women isn't gonna beat on you. These other women must have lied because you like his dick. You like his muscles. Your mom tells you you'll have good-looking kids together. And what fucking happens? 6 months down the fucking road, you're calling up Sean Schwartz saying, Sean, I need a rescue. It's a lot harder to rescue people now. A lot harder. I don't have the money to take care of myself. All of my money has been fucking sponged out of me by shitty people. People who claim to be my friends, people who claim to care about me. Yeah, they cared about me until my money was gone. They cared about me until it was time to actually keep their goddamn word. So, of course, my friends claim it's the cops and the public pretenders' fault for never trying to get a hold of them. Public pretenders pretend that it's my fault, my friend's fault for never trying to come forward. The cops pretend that none of it ever happened, only their narrative works. These people all blame each other. None of them do their jobs. Obviously, assaulting a person is against the law. Obviously, there are police officers who are in prison for assaulting people. There are police officers who are in prison for literally doing to other people the same things that officers did to me. Why is it okay one way and not the other? Why is it only wrong for Waylon Lolotai to assault a black person in a house? Why is it somehow magically okay if it's somebody who's homeless? You get to notice, even with all the services for women, that the homeless women who are assaulted in that situation, no justice for them either. Only the two racist pieces of shit got a goddamn thing. That'd be Samuel Leon Lawrence IV and Zayd Atkinson. For those of you with BLM who want to push your racist narrative, every single one of you is my enemy by your choice. Y'all want to pressure me and many others. We either do as you say or you'll make our lives hell. No. Afraid not, bitch. If you're going to insist that I do what you say just because you said to do it, I'm going to insist that you do as I say just because I said to do it. Now we're at an impasse, bitch. You want to fucking hold this shit hostage? That's on you. You want to do something about bad cops? Let's fucking do it. Stop blaming white people. Stop shutting down all of the white victims. Stop pretending it's only happening to you. A lot of people want to get stuck on this black on black crime, white on white crime. No, it's a fucking crime. Who gives a fuck about skin color? Selena Not Afraid was fucking murdered. But they say she died of natural causes. No, exposure to the elements is not a natural cause. That is not a natural cause when you are with a group of people at a vehicle during a blizzard. That is not a natural cause. When you could put up shelter, but you are prevented from it, that is not A natural cause that is cold-blooded murder. The majority of our numbers are not counted because they were murdered by exposure. Murdered. These animals who create laws that murder us like we're animals. They're not all white, just so you know. Not every white person is a congressman. Not every white person gets $1 million loan from his fucking daddy. We got trailer trash nationwide. And we got people more fucked than that. I believe in doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. You know what the right thing to do is? Tell the truth. Now I got some people want to be an asshole at me. Sean, you should tell the truth. You should fucking turn it into the cops. I fucking did. You have any idea how many people fucking continued to me over and over and over and over again? Like, holy hell. You should try to tell the cops. I fucking did, dumbass. Having 400 people say that same thing over and over again. That's the problem with not listening to the fucking victim. You all make the same fucking assumptions and stupid mistakes. You know what happens when I go to the fucking cops for help? You fucking pieces of shit. You look at the parts out of all the videos of all the interactions with police. You go through and, well, because most of you are just predators, you try to find the ones where the cops are talking nice and making empty promises. And you're like, see, the cops offered to do this. Did they fucking follow through? When did they offer? And what crimes had they committed already to betray my trust by that point? How many crimes were committed by the Dual County Sheriff's Department to hide their involvement in the death of Natalie Bollinger? Or the repeated abuse afterwards? How many of them were involved in the gaslighting to help people like Christopher Kurth get away with the crimes they were committing? How many officers assisted Robert Franklin Warnick in getting away with the crimes that he committed? How many of my so-called friends who were there for those situations were cowards, Laura Nelson? Then you want to pretend I'm a bad person because you have kids. People threaten you and your kids. And I'm supposed to shut up. That's the thing you cannot control. You can't shut me up. If you're going to tell me, Sean, shut up, people are threatening to kill my kids. Here's what I have to say you. Fuck you. Speak up. If people are threatening to kill your kids, don't be a dumb cunt. These people threaten to kill my friends and family too. And guess what? Their lives are more important than yours. They are. Straight up. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have my little sister and my niece killed over your bullshit and your assumptions. You wanting to pretend like I should let my little sister and my niece be killed by these fucking predators because somebody threatened your family, that shows selfishness on your part, not mine, because I'm trying to do something about it. What are you doing? Are you telling the truth about those situations, or are you just manipulating? Now, to some degree, I can believe a lot of this racist rhetoric that is coming from black folks. And I can believe a lot of this racist narrative that is being sold by Hispanic folks because I see it with my own two eyes. But the fact is, much of it has to be chalked up to racist rhetoric because most of these folks were not victimized for the color of their skin. They were victimized because they were easy to victimize. They were alone. They did not have a camera ready and handy and already recording. Then there's the fact that a police officer doesn't have to prove what he's saying. Matter of fact, his words can prevent you from showing evidence. When you try to turn in a police officer, they can literally send the officer you're trying to turn in and have him arrest you for trying to turn him in. The other thing is that these tricks are pretty standard. Police officers are not taught to observe the law. They're taught how to bend it and break it and get away with it. They play on the honor system. Oh yes, they have a badge, so they're honorable. No, they're cowards. That's why they became police officers. There is not a single person who is a police officer who is not a coward. Just like, although we have many veterans who are not cowards. All right, we have a few veterans who are not cowards. You will not find a single soldier who is not a coward. Might makes right is cowardice. My older brother, Eric Christopher Schwartz, believed might makes right. 2 plus 2 is 4. But if he can beat you up, it means 2 plus 2 is 5. You better tell him that it's 5 or he's going to hurt you. Welcome to America, folks. Sorry, I'm digging around in my car for snipes that I can roll into a tobacco stick. So if I look like I'm bobbing and weaving kind of weird, my back hurts and my head hurts and I'm digging through what would be an ashtray if I had one. When you claim to be someone's friend and they come to you about abuse, there's 2 things you should do. Listen and help them turn it in. Don't tell them, oh, well, I'll help you turn it in tomorrow. And then tomorrow you just don't call them. You ignore them for 3 days. And then they're frustrated. And they're angry because they are scared. And they have to remain scared until they're allowed to turn in their predator. And they have to be afraid to do so alone. And you got drinking to do this weekend. You got to pull a Todd Ryan case and get all fucked up on ketamine and abuse your girlfriend, or you got to pull a Todd Rust, buy a bunch of booze for a bunch of minors to try to groom some children. That is really the only way I can look at that. I mean, his sick, perverted infatuation with Jamie Curtis was as many years older as he was than her. Man, I gotta tell you, he's about the dumbest son of a bitch in Jamie's life. Todd Rust. All of the things that I did, all of the efforts that I went through, all of the hoops that I jumped through to make these people happy, who promised me that they would help me how I needed if I jumped through those hoops. All they did is take advantage of me. That's it. Their empty promises didn't get anywhere. Their fake attempts didn't get anywhere because they didn't make them. Sure, you're gonna, but the longer it takes for you to actually do so, the more likely the predators are to get away. You're just gonna let a person be fucking harmed over and over and over again, and you're gonna pretend to care about them? No, if this happened to a woman, Caitlin Tatum would have been all over it like flies on shit. It's different when it's men, isn't it? That's right. Look how a pretty white girl is treated when she tries to go in. Look how a homeless white man is treated when he goes in. Looks are important. You are more likely to believe someone who is good looking. You are also more likely to believe the woman unless the male is attractive. If you find the male physically attractive, you're more likely to believe him. Even with as many women as we have blatantly in our face bragging about destroying men's lives, going to their friends and getting help doing it, we get to see how many women admit that they've used that tactic to try to keep a man. If you leave me, I'll tell people you raped me. If you leave me, I'll tell people that you molested me. I'll tell people that you beat me up. Or, of course, there's the whole poking holes in the condom. Why are we forcing men to be fathers? Why are we forcing boys to be fathers? What you're doing there is preying on men. It's a man trap. You blame and shame men for everything, and somehow that magically makes it okay to victimize them. It's okay that the police almost exclusively victimize men, because why? Why is it the police almost exclusively victimize men? Because we're men. It must be our fault, according to society's bias. They don't follow the law. They write down whatever the fuck they want, and that's why we needed the body cameras. Because it showed that what they wrote down on their statements is not the fucking truth. When you force somebody to do such desperate things because they are being fucking abused and it's nobody's job to do anything about it, what the fuck am I supposed to do? When I am denied all of my rights as a human being because you call me mentally ill. You intentionally mislead the situation and the information. It would have been nice. First of all, if I'd have known that Natalie Bollinger was in fucking Colorado. I didn't find that out until she was fucking dead. Dead. It would have been nice to be informed that I had a court date in Colorado. That would have been nice. It would have been nice If Jeff Ritter, who was the person I was supposed to go to about this, had actually bothered to take a look, instead of telling me I can't do anything until after Christmas, I'm going on vacation. And while he was on vacation, Natalie Bollinger got her fucking brains blown out. I needed help stopping the abuse by Ken and Leah. I needed help stopping the abuse by Natalie Bollinger and her fucking friends. Just let it go. Why don't you just move? To where? I didn't have any fucking money. Ken and Leah were fucking stealing it all. What wasn't going to Ken and Leah was going to running around for the therapist that I was supposed to go to turn in the abuse against me. So then I'm spending all of my disability money when I did finally get it. I'm going to see friends who claim that they would help me. All I have to do is show up, make sure I bring some cigarettes. Yeah, thanks, Kayla Trujillo. I show up with cigarettes and you leave pretty much immediately to go get fucking pot. Then you come back and fucking play video games. Some help that is. And you know that the fucked up shit that you were doing, all you wanted to do was play with the fucking games that you're addicted to on your fucking telephone, or play Diablo 3. But are you going to tell the truth about that? No, you're going to say, oh no, I have kids. I was busy taking care of them. I know the fuck you weren't. You were playing fucking video games. You were fucking around and procrastinating because you didn't give a fuck who hurt me. You know what happens when somebody comes to you about their abuser and their abuser finds out? Their abuser fucking retaliates. Being forced to go to my abusers because they have fucking badges to turn in anything at all. Being forced to turn anything in to Scott DaCosta after the things that him and his department did both before and after Natalie's death. It's fucking inappropriate as all hell. Now, Laura Nelson knew enough that she could have come forward and Scott DaCosta could be in prison right fucking now. Brenda Dickinson knew enough as well. So did Kayla Trujillo. It's not these people didn't care, it's they didn't care to help a man. Only women are deserving of help in the United States. Even if that woman is a fucking drug addict who is a fucking predator like Natalie Bollinger, Alicia Bollinger, Rose M. Kelly, Maddie Boa, Danica Garner, or of course Rochelle Shelley Campbell, Jennifer Farina Bollinger. The list goes on. These women coordinated and worked together and fucking harassed me and berated me and badgered me and fucking slandered me and fucking outright lied to me over and over and over again. And nobody fucking cares. And that there's the problem. Don't ever ask a man to do anything for you ever again. You don't deserve it. Men deserve to have their lives for themselves. We deserve to not be forced to spend our entire lives catering to the other gender. Being forced to cater to the other gender. being pressured to cater to the other gender. We have to give our entire lives up for women. We have to endure genital mutilation at birth in this country as men to make women happy. We do not get a choice in this. My body, my choice, my ass. You want to blame the Jews because my penis was mutilated when I was an infant? Jews didn't do that to me. My parents were both pretending to be Christian at the time. All right, my mom was pretending to be Christian and my dad was pretending to go along. He didn't pretend to find religion until he had a heart attack and almost fucking died. But the fact is, if there is a hell, he's still going because he's pretending. He doesn't believe in a God. His actions show that, same as the Bollingers. They don't believe in a God. They pretend to believe in a God so that they can manipulate fucking morons. Oh, I would never rape my own daughter. I'm a Christian. Oh, I would never choose booze over my own daughter. I'm a Christian. Fuck you. You're not a Christian. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. Peaches says it's not her fault that none of these people ever tried to contact her. And these people all say, well, it's not our fault that Miss Peaches never tried to contact us. Yeah, actually, it is. It is all of your fault. It's both sides' fault. There was one person trying to do the right thing. That person was me. You wanted to keep your name out of it. Well, you shouldn't have been involved to begin with. You shouldn't have been abusive if you didn't want me to fucking speak up about you being abusive. You shouldn't have taken advantage of me if you didn't want me to speak up about you taking advantage of me. You shouldn't have stolen from me if you didn't want me speaking up about you stealing from me. You shouldn't have assaulted me if you didn't want me speaking up about you assaulting me. If you don't do these things, I don't speak up. If you don't threaten to kill my little sister, I have no reason to speak up about you threatening to kill my little sister, now do I? But then you want to tell me it's my fault that people threatened to kill my sister because I spoke up? You're not retarded. You're just trying to manipulate retarded people. And we use retarded for the wrong people. People with Down syndrome are not retarded. People with autism are not retarded. People with cerebral palsy are not retarded. And you refusing to listen to them because you assume that they're fucking retarded forces them to have to do desperate things to try to get heard when they are fucking abused. And then you pretend like they deserve the abuse because they had to scream at the top of their lungs for help because you were ignoring them, you were neglecting them. No, these are your token retarded friends. This is like having a token black friend or a token friend with Tourette syndrome. Oh, I can't be racist. My best friend is black. Really, what's his name? I bet it's Tyrone. I bet it's Tyrone. How many of y'all out there got one of them white friends? Wants to tell you, oh, I can't be racist. My black friend says that I can use the N-word. My black friend says it's okay for me. I'm allowed, sure. Whatever. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me with that bullshit. It's your black friend. Fucking bullshit. It's like those fucking punk asses. They got that friend with Tourette syndrome named Twitch. Every goddamn person in America got a best friend named Twitch who got Tourette syndrome, huh? Of course, this ain't somebody with actual Tourette syndrome. Their friend Twitch has Hollywood Tourette syndrome. Only 30% of Tourette syndrome cases have vocal tics. That's what that cursing is. And by the way, only that 30%, because that cursing is a vocal tic, but out of that 30%, 5% of all vocal tics are that cursing thing. 5%. Not 5% of all people with Tourette syndrome. 5% of people with vocal tics with Tourette syndrome. That's very specific. Overall, that's actually less than 1%. Sorry, it's like, I want to say 1.3% about. 1.3% of people with Tourette syndrome have the vocal tic where they curse. A lot of people wanted to make excuses for me cursing, and that sucked too, because that gave people the wrong impression. I wasn't cursing because I have Tourette syndrome. I was cursing because I was pissed off, and I still am. Natalie Bollinger should not be fucking dead. But because of this, well, racism and sexism, the Me Too movement prevents males from being heard. The Me Too movement is full of thousands of crazy women and men, we call them simps, who will destroy a man's life over a false accusation. They don't care who said it or where it came from. And all this time, there's plenty of evidence that Natalie Bollinger spoke out about the people who sexually assaulted her. How many times did she ever claim that I had done so? She never did. So why is it that for an entire year before she was killed, people in Boulder, Colorado, 1,700 miles away, I drove 1,700 miles to get away from Natalie Bollinger. 1,700 miles. She was able to abuse me by proxy. She lied to other people. Those other people harm me. And when I speak up or try to go for help, they pretend like I'm stalking. Really, if I ask my friends for help, that's stalking. If I am being harmed and I reach out to my friends because people are assaulting me, is that really stalking? No. What stalking is what Natalie Bollinger did. And Alicia Bollinger did. They did wrong shit. They gaslighted me to the police in Virginia and called up our mutual friends in Colorado to slander my name. Natalie would do whatever it took to make Alicia Bollinger happy, including trying to frame an innocent man and having somebody blow her fucking head off. You're all sick people. You victimize the victims, and then you tell us we can't be victims because we're not the right color, we're not the right gender. Then you victimize us for speaking up about our abuse. And you blame us because of our gender for everything that ever happened to your fucking ancestors. Fuck your ancestors. I don't care if they were slaves. You're not. I don't care if they were property of someone else. They were not my property. You give to God what is God's, and you give to Caesar what is Caesar's. You don't get to corner a man 5-on-1 with weapons and then cry victim when one of you dumb son of a bitches gets beaten to death. Now, what are the chances that 5 of you who have backed somebody into a corner are going to win the fight? The chances are pretty fucking good. But if someone's scared enough, they get a lot stronger and they get a lot faster. It's called adrenaline. And yeah, somebody who is that scared could potentially kill 2 or 3 of you on the way down. Especially if they're trained. This is a 5-on-1 fight, and you guys got weapons. Are they going to try punching you in the nose? Only if they're an idiot. If they're intelligent, they're going to get you in the throat. If they're intelligent, they're going to get one of you idiots in front of the other idiots. That way they got to go through their own man to get to you. And they could always dogpile, all of them slam in and push you into the corner, and then you're stuck there. But there's always stuff you can do. I don't have teeth. But I can pinch anything I can get a hold of. You talk about what you would do in a fight when you've never been in one. When you've been in a fucking fight, when you have been assaulted, 4, 5, or 6 people on one, you know there is a big fucking difference between your big fucking mouth and the reality of the situation, which is you're gonna get your ass kicked. You are not Jackie Chan. And even Jackie Chan would get his ass kicked because it's not fucking Hollywood. We don't live in the fucking movies, you fucking idiots. Anyway, good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's. And no victim left behind. Shameful.